Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for everything you do to empower your students. Thank you so much for the amazing work you are doing everywhere. And thank you for being a part of our international virtual webinar for today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we are going to have amazing featured speakers. The amazing Crystal from Nigeria and the amazing Miss Wendy from the United States. And we have a very special guest speakers from Pakistan, Mrs. Bushra Anis, and from India, Miss Bramjit Kaur from India, who are going to dive in teaching Sustainable Development Goals number 4, which is about quality education. Welcome to our international virtual webinar, and the microphone, I'll invite Ms. Ochi, the founder of the 21st Century Digi Skillz platform, to welcome you officially to our today's webinar. Ms. Ochi, you can please unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone. Uche is my name. I really want to use this medium to appreciate all of you for, joining us in a March webinar. I'm so excited to see you all. I believe you can hear me. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Honestly, I've really missed you guys. I'm smiling now to see some of you guys joining us from different parts of the world. It's so awesome for you guys to share your professional expertise, how you've been promoting the 21st Digi Skills mission. I officially welcome everyone on board. Our young ambassador speakers that are here with us today, Elijah and Krista, but I always call you Diamond. And some of my students that are just joining us, I really appreciate you. I know you guys have really missed me a lot. Very soon I'll be with you guys. And my fellow global teachers across the globe, thank you so much. And you're going to hear from all the amazing speakers and featured speakers. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to welcome you guys. Just have fun, don't go nowhere.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Uchi, for your warmly welcome. So, Mrs. Stormy, our today's host with me, I invite you to say hello to our amazing guests and featured speakers and our participants who are joining us from different parts of the world. So, Mrs. Stormy, you can say hello to our participants.
Hello, welcome from around the world. I will continue to share the agenda in the chat box. And then when we have our hands-on portion, I will send you the link you need at that time. So welcome and have fun, and so grateful to have you here.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Stormy, and for all the participants who would like to only to ask about anything, who would like to say something, just you can use Microsoft Teams options. You can raise your hand. You can use the chat box to drop your questions there, and we are be completely sure that we are going to answer all of you. So today we are going to have an amazing topics from our amazing featured speakers, and of course we would like to welcome our youngest ambassador ever, Mr. Elijah from the United States. So Elijah, thank you so much for joining us today, and we wish you enjoy. We wish you have fun with us and with the participants and with the speakers. And if you would like to add something, you feel free to unmute yourself by the end, and you can say what you think of our today's session. So, our first featured speaker, our first featured presenter is the amazing, the wonderful Crystal from Nigeria. She's going to dive in technology. She's going to tell us, to share her experience, her expertise from how she's using technology, what are the outcomes, the benefits of technology on her learning, not only on learning, but students learning in general. So, Crystal, are you ready to unmute yourself and share your screen to share with us about your today's topic? Crystal, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just unmute yourself. Let me stop sharing. Crystal, can you hear me? Please, you are muted, Crystal. Unmute yourself. Crystal, we cannot hear you. Crystal, can you hear me? If you can hear me, we cannot hear you.
Maybe it's because the audio might not work.
Now, yes. Yeah. Now, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome, Crystal. Welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. The microphone is yours. You have 15 minutes, Crystal, to present your topic.
Hello everyone, my name is Crystal Agu. I am 11 years old and a junior high school student from Nigeria. I would like to thank the 21st Digi Skillz for giving me the opportunity to be part of this webinar. I'm going to be talking on the benefits of technology to students. Technology can quite literally help to put learning in the hands of the students. A fun and engaging learning environment has, among other things, a positive effect on motivation levels. To put it simply, if we're having a fun time while learning new skills, we are much likely to retain information. This approach also recognizes that learning isn't a one-off event. It requires repetition and dedication. If the experience is memorable, we are therefore more likely to stay curious and keep coming back for more. With digital technology now being an essential element of our lives, and as important as traditional subjects like maths and English, its potential to unlock children's creativity is huge. Technology can quite literally help to put learning in the hands of the students. Technology is touching almost every part of our lives, our communities, and our homes. Yet, many schools lag far behind when it comes to integrating technology into classroom learning. Many are merely exploring the potential technology offers for teaching and learning. Properly used technology can assist students in acquiring the skills they need to thrive in the complex, highly technological, knowledge-based economy we find ourselves in. Technology has made learning easy, interactive, and interesting. Integrating technology into classroom instruction is more than training students in basic computer skills and software programs in a separate computer class. It also means more than allowing a free-for-all, allowing students to play with everything. Essentially, effective learning technology integration happens across the curriculum in areas that research shows deepen and enhance learning process. It must support four key components of learning: active engagement, participation in groups, frequent interaction, and feedback and connection to the real-world experts. Effective technology integration is achieved when the use of technology is routine and transparent, and when technology supports curricular goals. Technology-enabled project learning has the greatest benefits, as this allows students to be intellectually challenged while providing them with a realistic snapshot of what the real-world problems look like. Through projects, students acquire and refine new analysis and problem-solving skills as they work individually and in teams to find, process, and synthesize information they found online. The multitude of resources held within the online world also provides each classroom with a more interesting, diverse, and current learning materials. The internet connects students to experts in the real world and provides numerous opportunities for expressing understanding through images, sound, text, and application. Technology makes students think out of the box. In the past, students only know the things which their parents and teachers knew or teach. But now it's not the same. Technology has changed the way of thinking. Now, students can think out of the box. Now, students can verify on the internet what he had been taught, and if it's wrong, he can correct his parents' or teachers' mistake. Students can aim big. My mom, Gloria Ifeanyi, who is also my teacher in school, has always been a role model to me. I studied about her, and eventually, with the help of present technology, I have seen what and where following her footsteps can lead me, and as she always tells me that I can achieve more than her if I remain focused, and that can be achieved through the power of technology. Students can do projects related to anything independently by learning from the internet. New technology tools for visualizing and modeling offer students ways to experiment and observe events and to view results in graphic ways that aid in understanding. As an added benefit, with technology's tools and the learning project approach, students are more likely to stay engaged and on task, reducing behavioral problems in the classroom. Technology introduces children to learning platforms. With technology, educators, students, and parents have a variety of learning platforms and tools at their fingertips. I have been exposed to a series of online platforms such as Penpal Schools, Seesaw, Wakelet, and Flipgrid in class that has helped to shape my learning outcome. All these online platforms has helped me to learn and explore topics and even go further beyond the classroom walls. Technology also changes the way teachers teach, offering them effective ways to reach different types of learners and assess students' understanding through multiple means. It also enhances the relationship between the teacher and the students. When technology is effectively integrated into subject areas, teachers grow into the roles of advisor, contact expert, and coach. Technology assists teaching and learning to be more meaningful and enjoyable. In the past, technology in education was a debatable topic among the society. It was a myriad of views on modernizing education and making it technology-aided. There were a huge number of positives and negatives to education technology. Gradually, as schools embraced technology, the importance of technology in education was realized. Its positives outnumbered the negatives, and now, with technology, education has taken a whole new meaning. That leaves us with no doubt that our educational system has been transformed owing to the ever-advancing technology. Technology and education are a great combination if used together with the right reason and vision. Here are some of the ways in which technology improves education over time. Number 1, students and teachers have access to an expanse of material. Number 2, teachers can collaborate to share their ideas and resources online. Number 3, students can develop valuable research skills at a young age. And number 4, online learning is now an equally credible tool. The role of technology in education is vital, and the question is no longer if technology enhances learning, but rather how do we improve our use of technology to enhance learning. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Krista, for this amazing presentation. Really, you dived in how you are using technology in your classroom, how technology impacts your learning outcomes. Thank you so much. If you have anything to ask for Crystal, feel free to drop your question to Crystal on the chat box. Just only feel free to drop anything you would like to ask about, and she's going to answer all of you. Thank you so much, Crystal, for this amazing presentation. We wish you all the best. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
having. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being a part of this incredible virtual international webinar. Thank you so much one more time.
Thank you.
After Crystal's presentation about the benefits of the use of technology in her classroom and how technology has helped to shape the learning outcomes for her and her friends as well, we're going to move to another amazing presentation by Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy from the United States. She's going to dive into the possibilities of using flip hunts to introduce a topic in all learning situations. Miss Wendy, she's an MIE expert. She has been named an ambassador for Wakelet, for GameKit, and for Flipgrid, and she is also teaching for more than 30 years, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Wendy. She is a master trainer from Microsoft, and she is a Flipgrid certified educator. Miss Wendy, feel free to unmute yourself. The microphone is yours. The stage is yours. You are muted, Miss Wendy, you are muted.
Does that help?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yay! Oh. All right. Well, first off, thank you for having me. I'm pretty excited to be here. We're going to talk a little bit about Flipgrid and flip hunts and kind of what that means and what it looks like. And the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen. And in our Wakelet, this shows us how we get into our flip hunt and shows us where you need to go. So I'm going to ask if you would do one of a few things. If you would click on our link here, or if you have the Flipgrid app on your mobile device, this is our code, and it's going to ask you for a username. Everybody's username is the same. It is Global Educator. And so if you would click on the link to get into the flip hunt or put this code in, and the username is Global Educator. I'm going to give you just a minute or two to get to that. And then I'm going to share my screen in the flip hunt itself and tell you a little bit about it. I would like you to play along as we explore a mini flip hunt. You're going to be submitting some videos, I hope. And when you are all the way finished with this part of our presentation, I'd like you to go ahead and make sure that you log out so that you can come back into where we are. So I'm going to give you just about a minute to get into the link. Again, you can go through this link here. You can do your mobile device. This is the code. And then everybody's username is Global Educator.
And Ms. Sedin, I have shared the information in the chat box as well if they want a direct link.
Okay, and I'm actually going to go back out of sharing for a minute because I feel like I did not share my audio, and that'll be important to share my audio. So let me try sharing again. I want to make sure that I've got that. Okay, so we're going to go into our flip hunt, and I'm just going to give you a view real quickly of this is a Flipgrid group, and it has 3 topics inside of the group. This is the teacher view, and so I just want you to see how this looks when it's set up. And I'm going to go in and view as a student so that you are seeing, I am seeing what you're seeing. So in this, you'll notice to the left that this is what we call our hamburger. And it's got 3 topics listed in here. If I click on this, I can see my other 2 topics that are available here. In my very first topic says, I'm excited to learn with you on Flipgrid, explore the Flipgrid camera features, including drawing stickers, screen recording, stitching, trimming, and more, and share your creation. So in your video, share who you are, where you are from, and what are you passionate about in education. Now, a few things to note. If I wanted to, I could come in here and click on Immersive Reader. I could have this information read to me in different different format here. I can come in and I can change in here the reading preferences. I could choose a language to have it read to me in. So if there was a language barrier here, I could change all of that through my simple click of Immersive Reader. Here is our video, and I think you'll notice something when we watch this video that's scrolling along the bottom. Oh, and we have no sound. Do you all have sound? Let me come back. Put my closed caption on. Let me try this one more time, sharing with my sound. Try one more time. Sharing with my sound on. Could you all hear the sound of the video? No? Okay. Let me try sharing one more time and putting on the sound. Including the sound. I may have to unmute my speakers here. All right, let's see. Feedback. Let me try one more.
I think I know what the echo is. It's mainly because the speaker probably puts it into your mic and then it generates the sound from your speaker again, and then it's an endless loop.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, we could hear it now.
Yes, when do we can't hear you?
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. So today we'd like to make this session really interactive. So here's a few tips on how you can play along. First, play along by watching any of the videos. Secondly, read the prompts. Third, record and submit your answers. And fourth, respond to others' videos. Have fun as you play along and we join together in our global community. Okay, so that's our video. And if you would come in and share who you are, where are you from, and what are you passionate about in education. There are two other topics here on the left. One explains a little bit about what a flip hunt is and asks you another question. Tell us what you do for student choice and voice in your classroom with the recording button below. There's a video here if you want to take a minute and watch it. It will explain to you a little bit more about a flip hunt. I show you one that my students do, and then there are some resources here if you're interested in creating a flip hunt for your students. And then there is an outside connection here. Since we are all from different locations around the world, let's take a walk outside of our home and connect globally. Walk or look outside, take a short video or a quick pic of what you see, and post it here for all to connect with. And so if you would take a few minutes and just try out some of these topics and see, I can tell we've got 4 responses here, and I can look and see where those responses show up on our topics. So if you take a few minutes and go ahead, when you finish recording, make sure that you click submit and you get the "it was successful" message so that it posts into our Flipgrid. So choose one of the topics, or 2 or 3, and go in and see what they're about and record a response. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. When I do a flip hunt with my students before our pandemic, I would actually have each topic with its QR code posted around our school, and the kids would literally go hunting for them and click the QR code and answer the responses. Now that we are in our face-to-face setting, I'm not allowed to have my students running around the school anymore. And so they would get into the group and then go through each topic individually and answer that way, instead of actually locating them and finding them throughout the school and answering. Think of it kind of like a scavenger hunt of topics that you can use. And flip hunts can be done with any subject. They can be done face-to-face, they can be done virtually, and they can be done hybrid. You can set it up where you can respond to a and you can also set it up where you actually hide and nobody sees them but the teacher. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use flip hunts. As you can see down here, we've got some responses. And if I want to, I can come in here now and I can view a video and I can respond to that video as well. Come into my other topic and I can see if anybody's responded here. Just me. And I have 2 responses there. So I'm going to give you just a few more minutes. Mohammed, how much time do I have? Am I out of time? Am I good on time?
Miss Wendy, you have up to 5 minutes.
Okay, so I'll give you a few more minutes to get into that Flipgrid and record an answer and maybe respond to somebody else's. And then I will turn it back over to you. All right, so let me put you back in my Flipgrid so we can see responses. So we got about 5 minutes, a little bit less than that, for you to go in and record your responses to the flip hunt, watch the videos, answer the prompts, and respond to other people. So if you would like to join in, feel free, or respond to somebody else's. You see that there's
Miss
a
Wendy, I
response.
think it's taking a little long to get the response through. While we're responding, would you like to show what you're doing with your novel? Chapter by
Yes,
chapter?
I would love to show
I just
that.
want to let you know it's taking a little longer for us to get it through. We are participating.
Excellent. I can see some.
Yes, I did so.
I can see a few coming through. Okay,
Yeah.
well, real quickly, I'll show you a little bit about how I use Flip Hunt in my classroom. You can also see this in the video on one of them, but I'll just pick one of my classes. This is a novel called Unwind. It's a dystopian novel. I teach 9th grade high school, and so I wanted them to do a little bit of previewing of this text. Now, there's a lot of ways you can use a Flip Hunt. You could use it to introduce your classroom rules. You could do a getting to know you. If you were, for example, my students are 9th grade, and so they are new to high school. And so I could use it if I wanted to kind of acclimate them to the school itself and show them what that's like. So you can use it tons of ways, in math and science and social studies. Just there's a bunch of different ways. But this is a novel we're starting, and I had some very specific goals on what I wanted them to do. You'll see that they have here a total of 7 topics. They could choose these topics in any order that they wanted to, because of course we couldn't go running around the school this time. The very last one, though, they had to do last. And so as they go into these topics, each one is a little bit different thing that they have to do. This is a book trailer. This is actually a trailer that was put out by the book publisher, Scholastic, so they would come in and watch it, and then they would answer these 3 questions, 3 things they saw, 2 things that surprised them, 1 question that they had. Interesting fact about my high schoolers, they live on social media, in Snapchat, in TikTok, in Instagram, but they do not like people to see them making videos for school. So all of their videos have to be set to hidden, or they don't do them. This one, they just simply read an excerpt from the book that we were getting ready to read, and then they had to explain what on earth they thought this meant. They had to put that into their own words. The next 3 things that I had them do were all different movie shorts or trailers, and they were asked the same exact questions for all 3, because these all were a type of dystopian society, and I wanted them to see how those characteristics were all the same.
Hello, again, my name is Stormy Daniels, and I'm in El Paso, Texas, and I
hear
Flipgrid.
Stormy talking. Here is a chart they had to look at. They just simply had to tell what it was about and what stood out to them. And then, of course, the last thing was their information using all of this that they looked at. They had to explain what they thought our book would be about. Now, you'll notice one last thing to show you on here. Every single one of these has a red hand on it. That simply means that I'm the only one that can view their videos. As a matter of fact, when they submit their videos, they don't even see them anymore. It's as if they are not there. And they have to go into my.flipgrid.com to see what videos they actually submitted. All right, so I am going to refresh one last time with our mini Flip Hunt here and see if anybody's responses have shown up. Not yet. but I know they will. And so that is what I wanted to show you with flip hunts. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer those. Lots and lots of ways you can use flip hunts. Probably one of my favorite ways to use Flipgrid with the upper level students. They really seem to respond to them, and they really enjoy doing those as a different activity than just a worksheet or just a guide to get them started. They really enjoy, especially when we can run around the school. And that is it from me.
Thank you so much, Miss Wendy. I think Elijah would like to say something. Elijah.
Great presentation. Many people I've used whatchamacallit, Flipgrid before.
Yeah.
It's a really great website. You delivered the information well. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for being a part.
Thank you so much. Now, let me share my screen. Thank you so much, Ms. Wendy, for your time, for your amazing presentation. You are a great addition to our international webinar today. Thank you so much. You and Crystal did great job. Now we are about to have our special guest speakers for today. We have the amazing Miss. We have the first guest speaker, the first special guest speaker from India, Miss Bramjit Kaur from India, and we have Miss Bushra Anis from Pakistan. First of all, Miss Bramjit, she's working for 26 years of experience as the principal, and she has MSc Physics and the gold medalist. She's well-traveled and well-read, and she has visited, I think, 14 countries. She is globally validated master trainer on 21st century core skills by British Council, UK, and she is a British Council School Ambassador. She is also a Microsoft Innovative Educator Trainer and Fellow as well. She's initiated IT transformation in school and is pioneer in mapping the entire school from K to 12 curriculum with United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Let's welcome Ms. Bramjit Kaur from India. The microphone is yours, Ms. Bramjit. Feel free to unmute yourself.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Stormy, Daniels, and thank you, Opala and Bushra and Wendy and everybody who's present there. It's a matter of honor. It's a pride for us from Rise of SDGs project. We are facilitators. This project was initiated and then I have along with me Bushra and Rita ma'am. We are facilitating, all three of us are working together to promote SDGs. SDG advocacy is what we are focusing on. Let me tell you about the project. We started in January, right? And this project goes till August because there are 17 sustainable development goals. The goals, if all of us work on these goals, I'm sure it will be a sustainable world, a beautiful world, and it will be so nice, no poverty, no hunger, and people living happily ever after. You know, normally fairy tales, we find that's ever after. So in this project, we want all educators to be there together, all students to be there, and we gather twice a month on the 2nd and the 4th Friday, and we talk about one goal. All right. So in every month, it's 2 goals, but one session, it is 1 goal. What is the format of this project? The format is that we have got one keynote speaker who tells and talks about the SDG goal, which is there into consideration or being talked about. Then we have the moderator who actually moderates, and then we have 6 panelists. And what are the roles of these panelists? These panelists talk about that particular goal. For example, the coming 26th, and we have invited Stormy, and I'm sure she's going to share a wonderful story on clean water and sanitation. That's goal number 6. And we will be having 4 educators from 4 different countries, and they would be talking about their SDG story of their school. All right, how they are introducing goal number 6 in their schools and what have they done about it. And then apart from these 4 educators, we have 2 more educators. Now this session, this project is such that we at the beginning of the, once a particular goal is discussed, then we have a format wherein we give some topics. It's all deliberated upon together, and we have Flipgrid over there. So all students of all educators who are participating, and we are nearly 500 in a session as such, because we go live also. And these educators, they ask the children to prepare some paintings, write a poem or a story, record a Flipgrid video, and all this is now put in it is a sort of documented. So we publish a newsletter which contains all the students' work from all the countries which are there. This is an international collaborative project, and I love to say we all own it too. So all of us own this project. That's what we keep on promoting about it, and it's a fact. So once all this is done, the newsletter is published on the day we're talking about the goal. So the SDG 6 newsletter would be published on 26th. Similarly, the 7th one would be published in April, and so on and so forth. And then also all the paintings the children do, all the creativity is put up into an art gallery. Excuse me. And this is a virtual art gallery. And then the children can, since we've gone live, so now even the students invited, and they see their paintings in the virtual art gallery. So that's the nice part of it. Excuse me, I don't know. So that's the nice part of it. So we have a compendium as such of the students' work. And it's total 1 hour. We don't go a minute beyond it. It's crisp. It is so many people speaking about it. And now I think we can go to Bushra. If anything is left, I'll come back. I think I need to drink some water here. So excuse me for a minute. I'm so sorry I didn't put my glass today. Normally I put it here.
Sure, Paramjeet ma'am. Thank you so very much.
Bushra, over to you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So, Miss Paramjeet, I think that your mission is to empower your teachers and the students as well to dream big with technology. We really, me and Mrs. Stormy, we read your article written by Microsoft Education India, and you are doing a very great job, and we really appreciate you. You are a great addition to our webinar today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your amazing project, your ideas, your best practices, for everything you do to empower your students and teachers as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm very much here. I'm just getting a glass of water I missed today. Okay. I'll be back in a second.
We are glad you are here. We are glad you are here, Miss Paramjeet.
Okay.
Now let's move to Miss Bushra Anis from Pakistan. She is an experienced 27 years old in education. She is an educator for more than 27 years and cross-cultural management and leadership in Pakistan and abroad. She is an inspirational speaker and facilitates learning programs locally and internationally as well on citizenship, on leadership, on core skills and international school award. She is certified, validated British Council trainer for leadership. She's a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert and the United Nations Teach Sustainable Development Goals ambassadors as well. She holds a master's degree in geography from Punjab University. She is a BEd citizenship certified educator. Miss Bushra, feel free to unmute yourself and the microphone is yours.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. Stormy used the previous blurb and it was so much of it onto it. Honestly, I don't feel like to be called out with these all titles because I think hardly matters these titles they are, but what actually we do, that does matter. So once again, on behalf of We Rise Up for SDGs, I am so grateful to all of you, particularly Mohammed, Stormy, Wendy, this little angel, Crystal, Paramjeet ma'am, and everyone who is there in this session. as ma'am has given a very quick brief. And she being very humbled, she said that she started this project in January. No, she didn't start this project in January. She was preparing it way back, because every project takes a long preparation and planning, and she was after it. And we were busy, we were quite busy, so she just requested, and I couldn't say no to her, because she's my mentor. She and another sir from India, they brought me to the Microsoft. And honestly, since I started working on Microsoft teacher educator community, the whole scenario of my teaching learning changed all through. So once again, ma'am, it's not something to be buttering, taken as buttering. It really matters. So this is the perks of technology, that we people are helping each other. Back to the point, for which purpose that bridging the gap of digital divide, I feel that We Rise Up for SDG is really bridging a great gap in students' learning divide and teachers' teaching divide as well. Because this is not the project only for the South Asian people, this is for everyone across the globe. And above all, it connects everyone together, and we learn from each other so much that we started feeling so great about us as well, that yes, I didn't think like that ever before. For instance, a little time back, Wendy was sharing something, and me and Stormy, we quickly recorded our video. So this is how we have tackled this challenge of digital divide. I have got this opportunity and I recorded that thing. So I am grown up, rather we all are grown up with this statement that nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. So I feel that nothing is difficult or easy, but my practices, they make it so. So the more I practice, the more I put it in the practical, apply it in the real time situation, the more it becomes handy. And this is what we are doing at We Rise Up for SDGs. Hardly matters someone is good or bad at the dialect or English or conversation. So we all are there to support each and everyone, because this is not mine world only, this is not your world only, this is our world. So we as educator has the responsibility to do make it good. And in Islam, this is said that teaching is a prophetic profession. And I feel so elevated that I am following the prophet's profession, which is a great thing. So this is my responsibility to hold it tight, uphold everything, and deliver it to the people in my capacities. We On We Rise Up for SDGs, my key responsibility, I would say, or my key support, a little support, is that I stay tuned and I keep in touch with ma'am if ever she is needing, though she doesn't need any help. She is so resourceful. So I just stay there whenever I'm required. But after every session, there has to be something to be refreshed or recalled, what we call assessment for learning in teaching terminology. So we don't assess, rather we request all the people to use the wider social media, and we have regular tweet meet chats. And whatever the SDG we discuss in the month, I organize, of course, with my teacher educator here in Pakistan. He makes all the graphics and posters, and we invite all the particular month's educators to join us in that tweet meet, and we put it on Twitter, we publish it on different social media as well. And then they take part in the tweet meet chat on the same particular SDG. And this is how we finish it very effectively. So this is my part, and I feel when teachers, they join us, they do ask some questions as well. Even students, this in the last Rise Up for SDG, our session, one of a very brilliant angel like Crystal, she joined us, and she made the whole show very colorful. So even we are planning to have students in the sessions as well, of course, later after the project finishes. But our key focus is, of course, to empower educator, because nothing is difficult, nothing is so easy. whatever you have, whatever the tool, digital tools, whatever the capacity or the bandwidth of your system. So just connect, stay connect and take care of yourself first. Because if you're feeling good, of course, you'll be able to handle yourself and others as well. So we are doing this little thing at our end, and hoping that inshallah ta'ala, good things, good days will come, and we all will be able to see each other someday. Maybe I'll be inviting you in Pakistan, because this digital divide, I don't call it digital divide. This is digital connection that has emerged as divide, but it has connected all of us. And bridging this gap in our capacity is very, very important. Like Wendy shared, like Crystal shared, like Paramjeet ma'am, she's doing a great thing. So I am there in that very caravan as well. And if someone needs any sort of help, we all are global educator and we can help each other in any capacity. So we rise up for SDGs, involve everyone from everywhere, because our slogan is, and of course SDG slogan is, leave no one behind. So we are not leaving anyone behind. So do join us next time as well. Thank you so very much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bushra, for your amazing presentation about SDGs. Thank you so much, ma'am Pramjit, for your amazing work, for everything you do to empower your teachers, your students as well, just only to benefit from technology, to benefit from and to dream big. And Ms. Bushra, I like so much the expression when you said that teaching is our prophet's profession. I like this expression so much. Teaching is our prophet's profession. Thank you so much for everything you do. Mrs. Stormy, I think now it's time for Elijah. Would you like to add anything? You are our youngest ambassador for today. You are our youngest ambassador who is joining us today in our session, in our special webinar. Would you like to say something? If you would like to say something, just feel free to unmute yourself.
Thank you for inviting me here. All of you were amazing speeches. Perfect. Okay. Now, where was I? Okay. I tried to stay on as long as I can, but my camera crashed, and then my other camera crashed. But thank all of you for being here.
Thank you, Elijah, for being here and always sponsoring us.
Thank you, Elijah. We are honored to have you and to have Crystal as well, who are representing students worldwide. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Elijah, for joining us today in our special webinar. Mrs. Stormy, now it's time to announce our coming events. Let me share my screen. Yes, Mrs. Stormy, this is my screen. Yes. You can announce our coming events. Yes, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes. Okay, so welcome again. I would like to invite you to our upcoming events for our community. We will have a meetup April 17th, the same time as today, whatever time that was. We will have our next webinar May 15th. And the call for proposals, if you would like to share at our next webinar, is now open. And Mohammed, if you could scroll down, please. And the goal of every webinar is to amplify the voice of educators worldwide and students, and also to bring practical ways you can use Digi Skillz in your classroom, and also ways you can get involved, like we brought you today, the amazing We Rise Up for SDGs organizers, to tell you about their movement. So on the bottom of the Wakelet that I've continued to share, you will see a form right there. And if you're interested in sharing your work or ideas at our next webinar, please do fill in the agenda, the form, so we know to contact you. All right, rather than choosing 20 people this time that we got proposals from, we just chose 3 very different types of presentations so we could bring more deep, rich content to you and make your time more valuable than quickly getting through everybody in 5 minutes. So that is probably what we'll do next time after we reflect, as Madam Bushra has said, we reflect on what we do and we keep going forward. We would also like to invite you to register, if you have not already, for the virtual E2 conference that Microsoft has. If you could scroll a little bit, Brother Mohammed. The link is here in the Wakelet as well, to join the virtual E2. In the past, E2 has been an invitation-only in-person event that I have never yet been a part of, but I'm looking forward to it in the future. This year, it's open to all educators worldwide, virtually, so everyone is welcome, and it begins March 22nd, which is Monday, 2 days from now, and you can find more information there. Also, we would like to invite you, if you could scroll a little more, Mohammed, to an event that we are organizing to grow the Microsoft Educator Expert community. Right below that one is another flyer, Mr. Mohammed. If you could scroll to the bottom, please. If you can refresh, please refresh your Wakelet.
Let me refresh. Okay, I think maybe you have added it later. Okay, let me refresh it.
Yes, we add things as we go, right?
Yes, okay.
So we are going to have a workshop, and Miss Wendy, who presented our Flipgrid application presentation for us today, is organizing this workshop, and this workshop is going to be attended by MIE fellows from the United States, me from Bahrain, Mr. Mohammed from Nigeria. We're going to get MIE fellows to come to this workshop and mentor those that want to join the MIE expert community, mentor and guide them through the application project or process, and lead them in, even if you don't have a project going yet, you can get a project going within the next month or before the deadline of the MIE application process. So you too can highlight what you're doing in your neck of the woods and be a part of the MIE expert community. Do you want me to share my screen? I'm trying to talk through it's on the very bottom. Inshallah.
Yes, it's here, Mrs.
Yes.
Toby. It's here.
See? Yes. Magic. So we would want you to join our global learning community, the MIE expert community. And the workshop information is on the bottom of the Wakelet that you do have. And our goals, again, are to learn about the MIE community. What is it? Find out what it takes to apply, and then to mentorship you for the process. So we're not just going to get the fellows to come and talk about it and say how amazing we are, but we want you to become, you're already amazing. We want you to be awarded and recognized along with us. So we want to grow our global community, and we want you to be a part of it. So if you're interested in that, more information will be published on our 21st Digi Skillz Facebook page, as well as, of course, through social media. So on that, I don't think I have any more announcements to make. I will again post the link to the Wakelet. And if you don't see everything, Control-C, Control-V, you can just go ahead and refresh and it'll be there. So if you don't have any more questions for me, I think that's my part. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Tormi, for announcing the upcoming events. Thank you so much. Ms. Ochi, would you like to say something before we come to, I think we have come to an end, but before ending our today's meeting, if you have something to say, okay, feel free to unmute yourself.
I would like to say. I just want to thank all of you. It was a pleasure joining this, and we invite you to join our Rise Up for SDGs. That's all from me. Thank you so much for inviting us, Stormy. Thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, everybody. It was a
Thank you so
pleasure
much.
to be part of it. And yes, just let me add, we've got 85 staff members in my school, and all 85 are MIE experts.
Wow.
Yes, all of
Great
them
job.
are. And then talking about MCE, we are 29 MCE. Talking about MOS specialist, we are 32 MOS specialists. This is, the mother hen feeling happy about it.
Great.
Amazing job. Amazing job, Miss Francis. And I think that Miss Wendy will need you during her workshop next month.
Yes.
She will need your help. She will need your help.
No issues. I have joined the community here, and I'm always there. And I'm sure all of you would join our Rise Up for SDGs also.
Yes.
Bushra and me, we make a good team. We are pretty hospitable. I think we'll make you comfortable. Yes.
Yeah.
And Stormy would be there. She'll have a feel now on 26th. And we're looking forward to her sharing her story.
Yes.
All right? That's
Yes,
a
and
pleasure.
ma'am, as soon as we publish the flyer for the 26th, I will also put it out in the 21st Digi Skillz community Facebook, and so we will continue to grow together. Better
Yes,
together.
that's it. That's lovely, lovely. That's so good. Stronger together, they say.
Yes. Inshallah.
Inshallah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so very
Okay.
much, Stormy,
All right,
Mohammed,
bye-bye.
Paramjeet
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. And
Yeah.
thank you, Stormy and Mohammed and Bushra and everybody, Wendy. It's so nice to meet.
Yeah.
And
Same here.
Paula, thank you so much, all of you. Regards.
So before we close, if anybody has anything else to add or any other announcements that the community should know about, anything, even our students, anything you're excited about for the rest of the year, any wisdom you have for us, because you are our future.
Yeah.
Our students, if you guys want to say anything, please unmute your mic. And
I would again recall the same. I think once I shared that we would like to learn from each other's languages. So if we work on that, for instance, Stormy, she has learned a word of Urdu language. What is that, Stormy? Just call it out.
Zabardast? Did I
Zabardast.
say it right? I say it right?
So Zabardast
is, too good.
Yeah. So this is how we learn. So maybe we can learn Hindi, Urdu, English. Of course, we can communicate fluently.
And the Arabic as well, Miss Bushra, and the Arabic as well.
Yes, Arabic as well. Why not? So, let's avail this forum for this opportunity to learn different languages as well. Maybe 2-3 words a month.
Yes.
Maybe because if we take out the probability, so 3 words of English, 3 of Hindi, 3 of Urdu, 3 of Arabic. So 3 4s are 12 words we have learned in a month. Would be a good addition in our learning capacities, and of course for the children as well. And we don't know what the world is having for our youth in the upcoming months, but at least we can prepare them to this extent that they can handle them effectively. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
So yes, Madam Butcher, I forgot to add it when I was talking about our presentation proposals or you could propose to present now. We are taking presentations in any language. So if somebody is not strong in English, they don't have to present in English, even if they're strong in English. We want our webinars to be multilingual.
Great.
Because if we're going to truly talk about Digi Skillz, then we ourselves must also welcome all languages. And because we have the digital tools, like Wendy was using her closed caption today in Hindi to show, without even saying it, to show that capability. So we ourselves should live how we speak, right? And so any language is welcome in our webinar. We were supposed to have somebody present today in Arabic, but unfortunately they had to back out at the last minute. But we welcome any languages in our international webinars.
Great.
we would, you know, really like to get them to be truly international, not just in English. And I say that as a U.S. American. It doesn't have to be in English.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
Good.
I can't put my hand down.
Okay.
Miss Ochi, would you like to add something? Miss Ochi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just want to use this medium to appreciate every one of you, especially Windy, Krista. You really delivered so well today. That is pretty awesome. Elijah and um, man, the principal from India. I really appreciate you. Bosra, Mohammed and Storm and other educators that are joining us today in our March webinar. I really appreciate you guys. Honestly, I must confess that I've really missed you guys a lot. If not because of my health challenges, honestly, I've not been really active for some time now, but it's all good. For spending time with us today, I don't even really know how to say it, but I really appreciate all your effort, your time, and for the wonderful work that you guys are doing to change lives, impacting your students, your teachers, your and other educators, sharing your professional expertise on the subject matter and by bridging the gap of digital divide. Okay, thank you so much. Krista, you really talked about the benefit of technology to students. That's why you guys are the leaders of tomorrow. Okay, I really want to other students to be on board so that we will be growing and learning together to bridge this digital divide. I appreciate everyone for your honestly for your awesome efforts that will be pushing to make this work. I really appreciate every one of you. I'm so very grateful. Please continue doing what you have passion for, and believe you me, we are inculcating the best basic skills to our future leaders of tomorrow. And by so doing, we are bridging the gap. That's one of the mission of 24 Digi Skills. Thank you all for being here with us today. I really appreciate you guys. I'll leave you guys for now. Thank you so much. And some of my students are just joining me. I know you guys have really missed me a lot. Don't worry. Once I get back at my feet, you guys will be working together the way we used to. I really appreciate everyone once again. Thank you so much. And do have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Miss Ochi, for your for coming and joining us. Though we know that you are sick, and we wish you will get better very soon. Thank you so much. And at the end, I'd like to thank our featured speakers for today, the amazing Crystal from Nigeria, and the amazing Miss Wendy for sharing the joy of learning with technology with us. And of course, I'd like to thank special thanks to our special guest speakers, Miss Pramjit Kaur from India, Miss Bushra Anis from Pakistan, for sharing their amazing projects, their work with Teach SDGs with us today. And we hope we could inspire our students by sharing our ideas, our best practices. And as Miss Bushra said, and as Miss Pramjit said, we are here just only to empower and to inspire not only our students, but educators as well, not only in our countries, but in the whole world. So our mission is to share the joy of learning with educators from all over the world. Thank you so much for sharing your stories, your projects, your ideas, your best practices, your tips and tricks. And of course, I think that next time we will have you joining us for another time to tell us and to share your project in details with us, just only to share our students to lead the future, and as you mentioned, to make it a better future, as you mentioned before. Thank you so much. And I invite you at the end to have a picture. Mrs. Stormy, we would like to have a picture at the end. And a special thanks to all the participants who joined us from all over the world. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for joining us today. Though we know that it's your weekend, it's your day off, and of course you joined us just only for the benefits of your students, to share your learning with your students and with your colleagues as well. So let's have a picture, Mrs. Stormy, at the end.
Would you like to stop recording, please, so that our video is not so long?
I invite you just only to turn on your camera, please. If you don't mind, just turn on your camera, please. Turn on your cameras.
Okay, if you would like to be in the group photo, please turn on your camera. Mr. Mohammed, can you stop the recording, please? And then we'll take the group photo. After
Yes,
you.
Ms. Tommy, yes.
Can you stop the recording?
Just a second.
Thank you.